Good one, dude. Good one. Begging. Begging. Stay on. Oh. Got you. Fish on. Get it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Excited to be with y'all today. We're out here on the home lake. We had to launch the kayaks here at a local boat ramp because I really can't get across to where I wanted to fish at from my place without really struggling because the lake has gotten that drastically low. So recently they opened up a second gate on this lake, and the water is going down so fast because we haven't had any rain either to kind of like combat it. And it's really sad to see. If you look behind me back here, look at all this dry, exposed ground. And it's like probably a days away from being all the way out there to those cypress trees. It's literally insane how quickly it's going down. We did not think it was going to be that quickly. So we're having to get ourselves in gear and get some fishing in before it's too late, especially on this end of the lake that I love the most. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We have the kayaks. We're going to launch them here. I actually launched from here this past weekend to fish a kayak tournament. Was able to get out to some spots just fine. So we're going to try to do some of that today, even though the water has dropped like another 6 inches, which is crazy. But the fish have been biting, which is good. I didn't think they'd bite this good with the water dropping like that, but we're gonna try to get on some. Fall is in the air. I got a hoodie on. How cool is that? It's like high 50s right now, but it's gonna get to like 90, so we got the full spectrum. We also gonna have some wind today, which is really good out here on this lake, and I'm just excited to get out here and do some early fall fishing because it's the best time to be out here and a great time to catch a bunch of fish and some big ones. So we're gonna start off by doing some bass fishing, but we're also going to dabble around some other areas of the lake and chase down some other species today. Maybe Jay, maybe Baby Seal join us at some point. I'm not exactly sure, but we're gonna get after it. It's beautiful, and I'm just excited to get this day underway and try to catch fish for y'all. So if y'all are excited to join along with us on today's adventure, do us a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get these kayaks unloaded and let's see what we can get into today. Let's go. Fish. Fish. Oh gosh. We'll take it. Number one. There we go. It didn't take too long to catch our first bass. He's not a monster. He hit it like a big one. I was surprised that he was a small actually by the way he hit it. But a nice little 12-incher to get the day going. Caught him on a little mini max chatterbait with a 6 cents whale swim bait trailer on the back. Love this little combo. We're gonna release this fish and we're gonna keep on casting around so we can't find some big ones. Oh yeah. We'll do more flipping when we go to the swamp trees. We'll probably go to the, oh gosh, oh my gosh. Did you see that? That was crazy. Those kingfishers about got by me, and I almost got by the kingfishers. Okay, so spot number one didn't really pan out. We caught one little bass to get things rolling, which is good. But now we're heading to spot number two, which is the promised land. I've caught a lot of fish out there, and I caught some a few days ago out there, and I just kind of want to see if there is still some fish down that way. We got a nice little bit of distance we got to cover before we get there, but I think it'll be worth it. If that doesn't work out, we got plan C, which is over there, and we got plan D, which is over there. After plan D, I don't know, but we're gonna make something happen. I can feel it. I'm feeling a 4-pounder. 4-pounders coming in this kayak today. Oh gosh, no. One more. Drop it right there inside the log. Fish on. Get him. Decent one. Decent one. Somebody's calling me. Get up here. Woo! Let's go. We got one. There we go. Got over here to the juice and first cast over here at this stump. Fish bit it on the way down. Nice fish. Probably a 2-pounder, like 15 inches or so. Absolutely clobbered. I can't even get him off. The old 6 cents Boosa ribbon-tail worm and blue fleck. That's like become my favorite worm. If you guys like to check out the Boosa worm, I'll have it linked in the description. If you do decide to buy anything off the 6 Cents Fishing website, be sure to use the code CJ10 at checkout. That'll save you 10%. But we're gonna get this fish back in the water and see if we can't catch his big sister. This is a 2-pounder. We're looking for that 4-pounder. He's probably 2 1/4. He's chunky. He's a nice fish. All right, big buddy. You ready to go? We'll take it. Fish number 3 is our smallest of the day, a little, probably like 11.5 incher. He bit the worm as I was reeling it in. I thought I felt something weird and I was like, it's just grass. And then it started swimming the other way and I was like, oh, it's a fish. And when they do that, you never know if they're gonna be big or small, but he came to the top very, very quickly. We're gonna go ahead and send him back. Keep chasing after some of them big boys. Fish, but I was just snagged. It's a fish. Stay on there. Woo! All right. Shortly after our little bass, we've connected with our 4th one of the day. I think this is our biggest one, probably weight-wise. He's kind of like our 2nd one. Just a nice, just chunky, healthy 15 incher. And what's kind of funny is I had my other pole with the worm hung up on a stump and I was like, man, I need to make a cast in there before I go up there and screw it up. I threw the chatterbait in there and he just came unglued for it. Beautiful fish. You love to see it. We're gonna send it back. We're gonna go get our bait unhung and we're gonna keep casting and winding and see if we can't get that big guy we're looking for. Thanks for the fight, little man. Woo! It's over here, kind of where I'm hung up at. One of those say it's a mistake is if I catch fish and you get snagged up where I'm snagged up already. Gotta risk it for that biscuit though. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta risk it for that biscuit. Get in here. I guess they're suspended. They ain't on the bottom eating that worm as good as they're eating that chatterbait. 3 casts later, we've got our 5th fish of the day. I think it's number 5 or 6. I'm losing count. Not that good at counting. But anyways, another nice little chunky one, probably 12.5 inches or so, but just look at the build. All these fish out here are just so stocky. That's what's so great about these fish out here in this lake. They're all so healthy, it doesn't matter how big they are, just little mini tanks. We're hoping to get one 4 times this big, so we're gonna send it back on its way and we're gonna keep in pursuit of that big one. Peace out, little dude. They're so angry. I ain't angry though. I am honestly curious what I'm snagged on out there because I've gotten snagged on that thing my entire life. I have no idea what it is. I don't think it's wood. Oh, you see that? Got him. Decent one. They're stacked right there. Stacked. This spot is on fire. It's like 4 casts in a row I've gotten bit. They're loving that chatterbait. I'm glad that I picked it up and decided to throw it. I mean, I was literally moments away from going and probably ruining this spot, paddling through to get my bait unhung, which is still hung up, but they are just killing it I'm hoping that one of these will be a big one, but it's fun catching them nonetheless because they all fight really, really good and it's just fun getting that bite. I would say get bigger, buddy, but I really don't know what's gonna happen to you. Hopefully you swim through the dam and you turn into a magnificent 10-pound bass, but it's hard to say. I bet he'll make it. He's a strong swimmer. Biggin. Yeah. Oh, stay in the boat. Man, how many of these guys are over there? I've lost count of how many I've caught so far, but they're all about the same size. This here's probably about 14 inches or so. But again, another healthy looking largemouth. We're gonna keep grinding it out until we get a big one. We might have to go to another location to target bigger fish, but I love these numbers, guys. It's just all about catching fish today. And I'm glad we're on them right now. It's a lot of fun. Beautiful fish. Peace out, little friend. I want him to jump. Got you. Oh, it's a pickerel. It's a pickerel. It's a pickerel. Let's go. Let's go. And he didn't steal my bait. Oh my gosh, gotta get these guys in the boat quick. Well, that's a cool catch. I haven't caught one of these in a while. This is a chain pickerel. I thought it was a big old bass because he stroked that chatterbait. He had that thing gobbled all the way down. I had to reach into there and try not to get bit. But really cool fish. I don't catch these very often out here, but when I do, it's always a treat. They can get pretty big. They can get up to like 6, 7 pounds, but the biggest one I've caught out here is like 5 pounds. He's probably 2, but looks just like his cousin, the northern pike. We don't have northern pike here in Arkansas. It's too warm for them, but these guys are basically the same thing, just a little bit smaller, but they have the same attitude and they've got the same teeth. Look at that. Thing is crazy. I just love the bill on him. Look at that. What a crazy looking fish. One last look at our chain pickerel buddy. Let's send him back. Send him head first down underneath the lily pads. Whoa, there he goes. So sneaky. That was cool. Still want that big guy. Oh, he popped back up. Go, he's stuck. There he goes. Nice. Got you. Is that another pickerel? It is another one. Another pickerel. Let's go. He's in the boat. I was just saying how I don't catch these very often, but man, I caught that last one. I hooked a bass, missed a couple of bass, and then we got another fish, and it's a chain pickerel. It's crazy. And again, you can tell it's a chain pickerel if you look underneath his eyeball right there. It has that black slash going right there. That's how you distinguish the chain pickerel from the northern pike. Really cool fish. He's not as big as the last one, but he put up a pretty good fight. We're gonna get back in there. This is a really good spot. There's been some bass swirling around. There's a big one here somewhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a nice one. Oh, I thought it was way bigger. He's still good though. There we go. Okay, I went on a little road trip up the creek a little bit just to check that bend, and a couple casts in, I hooked up with this guy. I thought he was enormous, but look at the sides on that thing. Look at the shoulders. I mean, he's just a tub. That's probably like, I mean, I don't think he's 3 pounds or nothing, but he's a high 2-pounder, but he's only probably 16 inches long with that tail. Look at that tail. He would not do very good in a kayak tournament, but he's a hefty boy. And he smoked that chatterbait, and he's gonna be our biggest one of the day, especially by weight. We're gonna get back up there and make a few more casts because I had to bite the cast before too, so maybe there's some up there a little further up the creek than I thought they would be. Big old fish. stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Woo. Dude. Did the seat fall out? Yeah. Dude, what happened?
Well, then buckled the seat down.
Jacob was propped up on this stump right here, was trying to get some cool shots of something. I think he was videoing me, so it's my fault, I guess. And took the kayak for a tumble, but somehow kept this camera over his head. And I guess it's only one good reason the lake is going down. Had the lake been any deeper, this camera would have been dead. I'm proud of you for saving your stuff.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm about to say, this should be one right there. Get up here. Let's say, if I don't catch one right there, then that ain't no good. Another little one. Stay on there. Another clone. And there's just another 15-inch bass. I don't know how many I've caught now. It's crazy to think that we're catching this many bass. We haven't got any big ones yet. I think the big ones have just kind of gone off somewhere else. Because normally in this spot, I'm able to catch a lot of numbers and catch a wide variety of sizes, but sometimes it's all big ones. But for the last couple of trips, it's been a lot of these kind of smaller fish. So I think it's just all about getting into the right area. If we find the area where the bigger fish are at, then we'll catch bigger fish. Just as simple as that. We're just not in the area, I don't think. Every time I think I have a big one, it's not. That can't be small, right? That can't be small. A little bit better. A little bit better. A little better. Literally the very next cast, this one here put up a really good fight. I was thinking this might have been it, but it's just another 2 1/4 pounder, just super healthy and fat. Again, victim to the chatterbait mini max. Maybe I should throw the full-size jackhammer or a big blade chatterbait, but this is the size of the bait that they're eating out here. So, and I've caught some giants on the mini max chatterbait with that 6 cent whale on the back of it. Again, just a super beautiful and healthy bass. Love catching these things. And look how thick he is across the back. Big old tummy. Thing's gonna be a freak. I know it ain't. He ain't gonna be a freak one day. We're gonna dip this guy back in the water and keep on going. So fat he couldn't even swim off. There's a fish on there. I thought I was snagged. Then it started swimming. Good one, dude. Good one. Begging. Begging. Stay on. Oh. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look at that one. Look at that one. Woo. Okay. Okay. I don't know how many bass we've caught today, probably close to 20 in total, but it took all that time to finally catch a big baby. Look at that thing. This is the kind of bass that this lake is known for. I'm used to catching a lot of them like this. I'm surprised we haven't caught more of this size today with as many as we've caught. But look at that. Beautiful, healthy, probably 4.5 pound largemouth. Probably 19.5 inches maybe, I don't know, just super, I mean, look at that, look at the build, just like the small one, just stocky, healthy, big back, big shoulders, big old tummy. And look at how that fish got that jackhammer. Swap from the mini max to the jackhammer, a little bit bigger profile, trying to target a bigger fish, and I think it was probably 3 casts in with that thing, and she smoked it. I'm talking, hit it so hard, I knew there was no doubt that that was a big one. What a gorgeous fish. She got a black spot on her head too. Look at that little black spot. Look at her eyeballs bulging out. I mean, what a specimen. What a beautiful bass. I'm stoked on that right there. Yeah, baby. Another good one on the jackhammer. That one there is going to be a 3 pounder, and he's probably 17.5 inches. Look at how good they're getting that thing. I bumped it over the top of a big log, and man, they are getting that thing so good. Beautiful largemouth. Glad we're finally starting to get into some quality. We caught so many of the smaller ones, and now we got 2 good ones recently. Actually, I think our last like 3 have been pretty decent. Good fish. I have no idea where we're at on numbers, but we're gonna send some back and keep on fishing. Need that wind to blow.
The wind is freaking died.
Got you. Time to go up and get that thing. All right. All right, guys, it's been a little bit of a struggle since we caught our last big one. We came back over here to this area where we caught the majority of our fish today, fired the jackhammer out, and finally connected with another little guy, and a little 12-incher, but he still was a feisty one and fun to catch. But I think this is gonna be the last fish we catch out here today. We've caught a bunch of them. Like I said, we kind of worn this area out, and we're wanting to load up our stuff and go try somewhere else before the day ends, but that's gonna be it for today's video. Let's send this fish back. Beautiful. Whew. Little 12-inch largemouth. I don't know how many of those we caught today, probably 25-ish. The numbers were definitely good out here today, and we did end up catching some quality, which was really, really nice. I was beginning to worry if we were ever gonna catch another big bass out here in this lake. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Caught pretty much all the fish today on a chatterbait, whether it was the little mini max chatterbait right here or the jackhammer, and we just had the 6 cents whale. I ran out of them. They kind of ripped up on the nose, and that's a little shad dude on the back of that one. I caught them all using the 6 cents Response Series rod. This is a 7 3" medium heavy. It's a little bit stiff for chatterbait fishing, but it still works out just fine. It's a great versatile rod. I didn't want to have the boat loaded down with a bunch of rods today. So if y'all are interested in checking out a good versatile fishing rod, we'll have the rods that we use in today's video linked in the video description. Be sure to punch in that code CJ10 at checkout. But anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If y'all enjoyed it, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more, and we will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. We got a big fish.
Oh yeah!
We got a big fish, Cypress.
He's coming.
That's big.
Oh wow!
This is a big one. I don't know why he's not shaking the limb. He's just sitting there. Watch out, Sasa. Here it comes. It's a big one.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
It's a big fish, buddy!
It's a big one.
Wow! Oh wow! What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Excited to be with y'all today. Today we're gonna be going out
here on the lake, and we're gonna be running a spread of limb lines. I made these up fresh today. Got about 30 new ones on here, and we're gonna be baiting them up with some fresh shad if we can catch some, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to catch them off the dock today. And we're gonna be baiting them up on these cypress trees and seeing what we can catch. As most of y'all have heard the news already, this lake is going down. They're draining the water as we speak, so we're trying to take advantage as much time as we have out here that's left to fish and see what we can catch and harvest before they either get trapped in a pool of water or go through the dam somewhere else. So what I'm excited about today is that we're actually gonna be taking Cypress out here limb lining for the very first time. Him and Jay are in the house hanging out. He's actually taking a nap right now. And we're gonna go out and actually hang these up and then bait them and then run them with Cypress, and hopefully we'll have some fish on the line. Things we can catch are catfish. You can catch bowfin, gar, bullheads, bass, I mean, everything like shad. And there's been a lot of fish activity out here, so should be a good time. To catch bait, we're actually gonna be throwing a new cast net that I got today off the dock. I've been using the same cast net for like 3 years, which is a miracle in itself. Usually I go through about 3 a year, but I was out here trying to throw it today and it was just not working. So we're gonna bust this bad boy out, hopefully get some fresh shad, set the lines up, and hopefully catch some fish. So if y'all are excited about all that, do me a huge favor, hit thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see what we can get into today. Let's go. Hit my leg. Got any shad in there? Oh yeah, I got a few shad. When I say a few, I mean two. Hey, that'll work. Whew. That is the preferred bait of choice today. Those are some little gizzard shads. I need for a school of them to swim by and we'll catch a whole bunch in one throw and we should get enough bait. I'm tossing them in the bucket for now. And we'll probably be cutting those in half. So 2 shad means 4 baits. See if we can find some more. Hey, we got a couple more. Oh, we got a fish too. Uh-oh. Looks like we got like 4 shads. I think we got a redear in there too. Nice little bonus catch, little redear. We can use him for bait, but let's toss him back. Maybe he'll swim through the dam. Another nice little gizzard shad. We're on our way. We just need to make the right throw in the right spot. I'm gonna wait until I see one shine. Usually I just stand out here and look until I see one splash, and that will indicate there's a whole school of them there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's more like it right there. That's the difference between a good throw and a bad throw. We have all the bait we need in just one throw right there. So on this strand of limb lines, I have about 30 individual lines, and I think we probably have twice as many shad in there, 50 or 60 shad at this point. We can cut them in half and have 100 pieces of bait, which is, we'll probably cut some in half, but we'll probably just leave some whole also. Got plenty of bait now, I'm excited. Let's go get these all set up and we'll let them just kind of marinate out there for a few hours, and then we'll go back out there with Jay and Baby C and see what's on them. All right, we're out here in the canoe now. We're pulling up to our first tree. We're also doing some scouting for wasp nests. We're definitely in the peak of wasp nest season and we don't want to get Baby C into a predicament. Here's a nice limb. These are the kind of limbs you're looking for, ones that are kind of close to the water. I wasn't taking into account that the water's already dropped like a foot out here, and that some of these limbs I'm used to baiting are lower, so my lines aren't super long. So here is our limb line. It's approximately 4.5 feet long. Got this nice tree branch. I really want one to bite this thing because this thing is like loaded with a bunch of little cypress berries on there. So it's already kind of dangling, and I feel like it'd be a good limb shaker. We're gonna bait some of these outside isolated trees, and then we're gonna go into the swampy area. We just want to have a lot of lines, a lot of things to look at. Let's get our little flower pot of shad here. And I'll show you guys how we're rigging them up. So that black dot on there, I usually like to use that as kind of a guide. I like to stick the first hook right through that black dot. I push them up the shank. I keep it on the top part of their back because it's where their meatiest at. And I just kind of slide them up the hook. Just like that. And we drop it in and let it wait. Got us another nice tree right here. It's just the next tree from the first one we baited. I really like this system of rigging and like storing our limb lines because it's really easy to get them on the tree, and then whenever we're ready to take them off, it's easy to take them off. You don't have to worry about actually tying the branch or the line to the branch. Just really an effective way to put a bunch of fish in the boat and cover some water. And not actually have to be out here. Okay, we got our first 2 lines down. We've got, like I said, probably 30 on this little series of lines here. We're gonna run over here into these more densely packed trees. There's some shade over here and it's where we often do the best. But yeah, we're gonna run through real quick. It'll probably take us maybe an hour to get them all set up. And then we'll get back with you when it's time to check them. Okay, we're in a good spot right now, guys. We haven't even gotten all the lines baited up and we already have our first fish. I was telling Jacob that this branch right here always produces a fish. And what do you know? It's got a fish on it. Look at that thing, just bouncing. I'm going to assume, or I'm going to bet that this is a channel catfish. Let me say 1.5 pounds. Doesn't seem very big. I think it's, oh, it's a channel cat. Let's go. He might not even be 1.5 pounds. Look at that, guys. That is our target species of the day. Little channel catfish, perfect eating sized fish, and he could not resist that little shad dangling in his face off this tree. That's exciting. It's always a good sign if you are getting fish before you even have your spread out. So let's get this thing rebaited. Let's get this fish in the boat. And let's make sure we don't have any more fish on our lines, and let's get the rest of the spread set up. I'm gonna put a fresh shad on here though. That one already did its job. We'll chum the water with it. Hopefully we can get another one on this tree. Yeah, we found some wasps out here. That's what we wanted to do on this first run. There's a big nest up here. We'll turn around and get a look at it. But we went under this bushy branch right here, and I was about to grab it, and I went, them wasps, their wings are sit like this, and they all went, and I was like, so I hit the deck. I was scared. I've been burnt by these wasps way too many times. Let's see how many are on it. They didn't get me, so I think we're okay. But look at this one up here. It's not that bad. It could be worse, but it's still a pretty good sized fish. It's game time now. We've got the man. We've got Cypress Bear. He is all rigged up and ready. Got the Mickey hat on. He's taking this fish pod there.
Yeah.
We got Big Boss. And hopefully we have some catfish out there on the line. It's been probably about an hour since we got them all baited up. Are you ready to go fishing, Cypress?
Yeah.
Are you gonna catch a big fish?
Yeah.
What
How
kind
big?
of fish?
A big fish.
A big fish?
Okay, we're gonna load the boat, get everything all situated, and we're gonna head out there to our lines and hopefully wrangle up some big old kitty cats.
Yeah.
Hopefully he likes this. I'm sure he will. All right, guys. We got some stuff going on out here. Oh, wow. Oh,
Cypress,
snap.
there's something in that tree. What do you think it is?
I got it.
What is that, Si?
Oh. Is there any wasps in here?
Well, I hope not.
I hope not. Come on out, Snaky. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's coming out. Whoa! That's exciting. All right. Take a look at that. We haven't caught any fish yet on the run, but we're about to. There's a fish on the line right here behind us, but we found our first cool creature out here, and it's a little rat snake. These guys are awesome. We find these things out here on the lake all the time, and that's because, well, they love to climb up on these trees, but they like to get out here on these trees because there's often a lot of birds out here that they like to eat. They'll raid little bird nests in the springtime. He's not a very big one, but he is just so cool and very, very beautiful. Cypress, look at the snake.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like it? What color is it?
White.
That's his, yeah, his belly's white. Look at his mouth. You see his mouth?
Whoa, look at his mouth.
Whoa, isn't that cool? Okay, we're pulling up here on this tree. This guy is grumpy. We're gonna send him back. Watch how good he can climb this tree.
Whoa.
Cut the tree.
He gone.
Look at him, Sam. Look at him climbing.
That's awesome.
So cool.
Okay, we just caught that rat snake. And we're pulling up here to our first line that has an active fish on there. And Jay and Baby C are gonna go in and grab it.
You can grab the line?
We're gonna get it set at perfect angle. We're gonna put the front of the boat over here and let y'all get right up on him. Oh, he feels pretty good. He's shaking the tree hard.
What is it, Bob?
I think it's a catfish. Cypress, you think catfish? Go get it, Cypress.
You want to get it?
Get it, Cypress. Grab it. Pull it up. Pull it up.
What is it?
Pull it up. Oh no,
Oh, no,
grab
we
it.
lost
Grab
it.
it, Cypress. Here you go. Grab it.
Grab it.
Pull it up.
Grab it. So this right here.
Pull the rope.
Grab it. Pull it. Whoa!
Get in the
Son!
boat. Get in the boat.
What do you mean the boat?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
That's a fish.
Yeah. That's a catfish, isn't it?
You got him, JJ?
Oh my goodness. I got him. Aww. Oh, nice. Let me take the hook out of him.
That's a keeper.
All right, there is our first fish of the day.
Our second. It's
Oh.
our second.
Oh,
it's our first
second.
one together.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's mine and Cypress's first.
Yep.
What kind of fish is that, Cy?
What kind of fish is that?
A big fish.
A big fish?
A big fish. A big
He's
old
not a
catfish.
super big fish, but he's a keeper.
Yeah, it'll work for sure. We've already got that one at home. We'll take him and add him to it, and we'll have ourselves a nice little meal later
yeah.
on. Awesome.
Good.
You want to catch another one?
Yes.
Okay, let's go catch another one.
He's really wanting to paddle.
All right, he just wants this paddle. Okay guys, so we've been checking all the lines and rebaiting. Most of them don't have any bait. We've had a lot of bait stealers. I think turtles got to them. But I moved this one. Doesn't look like there's anything on there, and all of a sudden, boom, it took off. I don't know what it is, but it's big. Cypress, come here. We got a big fish.
Oh
We got a big fish, Cypress.
He's coming.
It's big.
Oh, wow.
This is a big one. I don't know why he's not shaking the limb. He's just sitting there. Watch out, Sai. Here it comes. It's a big one.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's a big fish, buddy.
It's a big one.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. He splashed us, didn't he?
He splashed you. It's a big one.
Oh, my goodness.
Be careful.
Cypress. Whoa.
Got him. Look at that big daddy. Look at that big old catfish, Cypress.
That's a catfish.
That's a big one. Look at
That
that
is.
thing.
Dang, that is, oh, my.
Get back in the boat. I am soaked. Let me get a lip on him. There we go. Ow, he's biting me. That's a solid one right there. That is a big channel catfish. Look at that thing. You want to touch it?
Yeah, let's touch it.
Touch it,
Ooh.
Cypress.
Feel it.
Feel it.
If I can get the big fish out the sea.
That's the biggest fish you've ever
That's
seen?
what he said. That's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
That's a really nice channel catfish. He's probably like 5.5 pounds. It was so weird that he wasn't shaking the branch. He was just sitting there just chilling. I just happened to see some weird bubbles coming up. I was like, what is that? And it was a nice catfish.
That was exciting.
That was exciting. You want to touch him one more time?
Say hello.
Oh,
he feels funny, doesn't
he feels funny. You want to hold him?
No.
You
No,
wanna
he's
keep
too
him?
big.
Should we keep him?
You want to keep him?
I thought this is like.
You want to throw him back into the lake? It'd be nice if we could just throw him back in the lake, but I think that might be a little... Ow! Cypress said that he really wanted to throw this fish back, but we're going to keep it. You know, they're draining the lake down. These fish are going to go to waste if we don't keep them. You know, some of them are going to swim through the lake. A lot of them are going to swim through the lake, through the dam, but, you know, we're wanting to keep some catfish for dinner, and that's a really good one. Uh-oh, Big Daddy. Big Daddy. Oh my gosh, what is that?
Catfish?
I don't know, it's big. That might be a big old crappie.
God, nuh-uh. Oh gosh.
I don't know what this is. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Cole and Jay, and today we find ourselves out here surrounded by this beautiful cypress tree and water tupelo swamp. Y'all seen us make a ton of videos out here over the years, but unfortunately we're running out of time that we can fish out here because they are emptying the lake completely. This area though has the most water on this end of the lake, so we're gonna do our best to try to catch some fish and take them home to eat tonight. And also we're gonna be trying to do something kind of crazy. So they actually released, I think, about 500 fish with tags on them. It's like a lottery tag system. And if you catch a fish with a tag, it's worth 500 bucks. But actually, they just doubled down, and if you catch one with a tag, it's worth 1,000. So that would be really cool. Neither one of us have ever caught a tag fish before, and it would definitely not suck to catch a $1,000 fish today. So to do that, we're out here, we just got a box of night crawlers, which will catch just about any fish out here that swims. And we're mainly be targeting some bluegill and redear, but if we can catch bass, we can catch crappie, we can catch catfish, we can catch anything on a night crawler, and we'll happily take it and throw it here in this cooler. And then if we catch one with the tag, we will happily take it over to the wherever we have to take it to and claim our $1,000. The odds are against us. I think it's like, 520 million are the odds. So not that great odds, but it would be really cool.
There's still a chance.
There's definitely still a chance. But we're gonna get after it. We kind of got out here a little bit later than we wanted to. It's very hot and very bright and sunny today, so we're gonna try to target some of these shade lines out here. Man, it looks crazy out here. These trees are so far out of the water, it just don't even look right. Like, look at this tree right here. This tree right here, you can kind of see where the water line was. And yeah, it's like 3 foot low.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And
kind of sad too, like this being out here, but we're gonna make the best of it.
yeah, we're gonna try to. I wish that we had just a little bit more time because we're really getting close. Like, we're honestly like probably 3 weeks out from it being like super good out here, and I just think it's gonna be just a little bit too late unless we get some monsoon rains, which that would be cool. But anyways, we're gonna quit rambling. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna try to catch some fish. Hopefully y'all are excited to tune into this one. If y'all are, do us a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's see if we can get lucky and catch a $1,000 fish.
Woo!
Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Little guy.
Little baby guy. Ooh, what was that? Heard a big fish jump out there.
Lots of fish activity.
There's a bunch of fish out here moving around. Just a little bluegill.
Definitely gonna throw him back.
Got you. What is that? Is that a crappie? It's a crappie. It's a crappie.
No,
I was like, is that a crappie? A bit just like one.
look, catch me one.
Man, we get some crappie jigs. Oh, Jay got a little bite. I saw that. Oh. A little black crappie. Man, if we start catching some crappie, this video is
I will lose my mind.
Yeah, it's gonna change to a completely different kind of video. Another fish.
Is that a crappie? Nope.
Little bluegill. Tell you, it is hot already. It is a steamer in these woods. Tiny little bluegill. What's that?
Oh my gosh.
Green sunny? A warmouth? It's a warmouth. There's a bass schooling right there.
Throw them in the cooler.
Oh, I would throw some bass in the cooler. What's that? That's another crappie.
Shut up. Is it?
Yep, another crappie. Another crappie. There's crappie in these woods, Jay.
Oh my goodness.
Black crappie. Are there any big ones?
I want to catch some.
I tell you, that one I missed earlier, I felt like a crappie. It felt like a bigger crappie.
Ooh.
Got you. What is that? Is that another crappie? It's another crappie, JJ.
There's a school of crappie over there.
There's a school of crappie over there eating these worms. He's almost big enough to keep. Well, there's no size limit on crappie out here right now. He's just a little small though. I'd rather him be like at least 8 inches. He's probably like a 7-incher. But we get into some 8-inch crappie. Oh, it's going down. And they're biting as soon as it hits the water. As soon as I get it, there's a big laydown and they're just like chilling right next to that laydown. Which makes sense if you're a crappie. Bass just jumped over there. Crappie, oh, what is that? Oh, Jay wants a crappie so bad, you can hear it in her voice. I missed one. Jay wants a crappie so bad.
I really do.
I think it's gonna happen. I've already caught 3. Another little bluegill.
Coming back.
Yeah, he's a little small. It gets to a point where they gotta be big enough where you can actually clean them. Oh, new species. New species.
What do you got?
A warmouth. Look at this. A little warmouth. He's cute. I'd like to catch a big one of them too. Big warmouth, they're super tasty. A bass! Okay, we got a bass. It's not a monster, but it's a
All
bass.
we need is like a little catfish or something.
We're here wanting to keep some fish, but we ain't catching stuff that's big enough to clean.
Yeah, this is a fish tank fish. He's so cute.
He is cute. Tiny little largemouth.
Cypress would like that one.
Maybe we should set up a largemouth fish tank.
That'd be cool.
Hey, I'm down. You know, I'll set up some fish tanks.
What's that?
Uh-oh. What's that? What's that, big boss?
Oh, my line is wrapped around.
Oh, I thought you had something massive for a second.
I did too.
We've been catching a bunch of super tiny little dinky old bluegill. That one there is not gonna be big enough to keep, but he's still pretty cool looking.
Yeah. He's bigger than the past 5 fish I caught.
Yeah, hopefully we can find some a little bit bigger than that one. Got you. That might be a keeper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Finally another bluegill keeper. We just been kind of making our way through these trees, trying to find some deeper water, trying to figure out where the bigger ones are hanging out at. We found some groups of small ones. Hopefully we're on to where the big ones are hanging out at. That's a good keeper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How big is it?
Oh, golly. He is small but mighty.
He fought hard. Oh gosh, I got a bite. I got a bite. That's a little tiny guy biting mine. He can have it. Let's see what you got. Another solid schmedium.
Medium. He like barely hits this medium level.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's small. He's small. He's like a 1 biter. Like you take all the meat off him and just give him a 1 bite. Uh-oh.
Another little guy.
Uh-oh. He looks kind of decent. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a redear.
Oh,
Good
nice.
keeper.
Not bad.
Not a bad little keeper redear. We'll take it. We'll take it. Jay just caught one, another little smedium. That's a good bite. Is that a good one?
Please be a good one.
Is that a good one?
Please, please.
Oh, a little small.
Come on.
At least they're biting.
They're biting.
We're just really trying to find the good ones. I know there's gonna be a spot out here that's gonna have some big daddies. We may not find them today, but I know they're out here. 100% know that they're out here. You just gotta stumble on them. It's kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of a needle in a haystack kind of thing though. You got all these trees and all these little holes. They could be anywhere, but they usually are grouped up pretty tight. Oh, fish on. I got a bass.
Whoa.
I got a bass on the swim bait. Haha.
That was fast.
He's in the boat. We were paddling back over here where we were first bluegill fishing, and we've seen some fish kind of swirling off, so I decided to pick up my little swim bait, and I was ripping it by the boat, and this dude bit it boat side. That's a good little keeper largemouth, probably a pound or so, maybe a pound and a half. Jay's got her clout worm in hand now.
Yeah, I might catch me one.
Might try to catch a couple of bass right here.
Put some meat in the cooler.
Yep. Now if we can get like an 8-inch or 10-inch crappie, that'd be fire. Oh shoot, my bobber was gone. Got you. I got Big Boss up there trying to catch the bass, but I couldn't stop tossing the worm out. We got a spot that looked really good, maybe catch a big red ear. Figured I'd give it a shot. We saw a bass ship over here on our left. Might go over that way. Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's a nice one. Is that a red ear? Oh, what is that? It's a crappie. Let's go. That's what I wanted. Let's go.
That looks like a keeper.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I mean, like, not a real keeper, like, as in, like, 3 months ago you couldn't have kept it, but now you can. That's an 8-incher. And 8-inchers are delicious.
Yes, they are.
They used to could keep 8-inchers out here, but then they swapped it to 10. I'm all about that.
We're getting a spread now.
I got a spread. We got bluegill, red ear, bass, and crappie. Just need a kitty cat. They're loaded by that stump right there. It's crazy. We were back behind us 100 yards. We were not getting bit at all. The environment looks practically the same. And back over here, and they're just, I don't know, fired up over here. I didn't get bit that cast. It's scary. Uh-oh. Big Daddy. Big Daddy. Oh my gosh, what is that?
Catfish?
I don't know. It's big. It might be a big old crappie.
God. No. Oh, God.
I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a Big Daddy red ear.
Are you serious?
Ha! He wasn't even biting like a big fish. I told you there's some Big Daddy red ears out here. Now that's what I'm talking about, guys. This is the kind of fish we were hoping to catch out here in the swamp. Most of the fish we caught have been like smaller keepers. This is more of the size class red ear we like to catch and keep. Yes. That is a beautiful fish. He was like just nibbling it like a little fish, and I just decided to set the hook. And it was heavy, and I just caught that crappie, so I thought I had a big crappie for a second, but I was excited to see this really nice sized red ear. But that guy right there is going to eat up super well. Cooler is getting full. And look at this spread of fish we got in the cooler already. We're gonna add this red ear to it.
Dang, that's a nice one. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
It looked like a whale when you pulled it out compared to the other fish. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, how do you feel about our day today out here?
It was pretty good. We didn't catch $1,000 though.
We didn't.
That kind of stinks.
We probably caught 50 fish.
We caught dinner though.
We did catch dinner. Open that thing up to see what we got. We got a nice little smorgasbord of options. Wow. We got some nice red ear. We got some nice bluegill. We even got a bass. We got a crappie.
We got pretty much all. Well, I guess we don't have a catfish.
We know catfish.
That's okay.
And we didn't get a limit. You know, there are no limits out here right now, but
I don't know which one I'm most excited about eating.
I'm excited
Honestly, probably either the bass or the red ear.
Yeah, that red ear is a slab. There's a couple nice red ears in there. And that bass, he's pretty good size too. That crappie, they're all gonna be good. Mm-hmm. They're all gonna be super tasty.
And I am so hungry right now.
Yeah, we brought Big Boss out here without eating breakfast or lunch. So.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm not me. Look, I didn't catch that many fish today.
Yeah.
That's because I'm hungry.
Yeah. We also got here a little bit late. We've kind of maxed this place out for this time of day. If we come back out here this afternoon, we'll probably catch a ton. But it's just difficult whenever the sun gets up really high and these fish, they kind of took up really tight these shade lines. And we honestly just haven't had that much luck. We've been struggling the last hour or so. So I'm thinking that is a sign that we need to get home, get these things cleaned up, and we should eat them.
Yes. That sounds great.
Sounds really good. Behold, we have fish sandwiches. We got Big Boss.
Yeah.
We got the big bad bear. What's up, Si?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I eat these.
What are the? How'd you get those?
I eat those.
How's it that you get the chocolate chips and we get the fish sandwiches? Even though I think we had the better end of the stick.
I got sold.
You got what?
I got sold.
At the store?
Yep.
You got chocolate chips at the store?
You lucky boy.
Eat one. Oh man. Cypress really doesn't even like chocolate, so.
No, but he does. He will eat a few chocolate chips.
Yeah.
He likes to make cookies too.
He loves making cookies.
I like it.
He's a mere
That's
little
good.
baker. He's gonna be on Kids Chopped one day, Cupcake Edition.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So we've got our bluegill, red ear, crappie. I'm not even sure what those fillets are. It's one of our fish that we caught today. It's not the bass. It's one of the little guys. But we made these delicious little fish sandwiches for lunch.
I see them.
Go for it.
Looks so good.
I see them.
We fried them in breadcrumbs.
I see
Jay's
that.
got tomato and pickle and tartar sauce on there,
I'm
like
going for
always. Just going for it, Si.
I see them.
Mmm.
Is it good?
That's delicious.
That's delicious.
That's right, buddy. Took the words right out of my mouth. That's delicious.
It's always nice when we're able to go out in our backyard and go catch ourselves some fresh fish.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's nice while it lasted.
Yep. I don't think we can get out there anymore.
I don't.
Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think we can go out there anymore.
Because whenever we were coming back in, we were getting stuck.
I know, it's like the water dropped, like we had to push to get out there, and on the way back in, we had to like really push. So I mean, we might not be able to get back out there again.
Oh, Cypress.
Cypress don't even really know yet. He hasn't really grasped it.
Cypress, are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's all that matters.
Snag me a bite of my fish sandwich.
Well, that's delicious.
That's good. Another thing I'm a little bit sad about is that the pickles that we have on here, it's our last jar of pickles from the pickles we made this summer. So that's gonna be it until next summer. We're gonna have to go to the store and like buy grocery store cucumbers if we wanna make our own some more, but we'll probably do that. These pickles are good, and the sandwich is even better. Okay, so we just finished eating our fish sandwiches and we're walking out here on the dock. We just wanted to give y'all another quick little lake update, just so y'all can kind of see what it looks like and keep up with it. It's just changing so much by the day, actually like by the hour. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at how much the water has receded since the last time we showed y'all. I mean, look out that way. It's just nothing but a bunch of mud. Look right here on this side of the dock. You can kind of see the shoreline. We got our boats just down here in this kind of a little bit deeper dugout area, but all underneath those lily pads is all mud. But this is the part that's kind of shocking. There's kind of a glare. But all of that right there, that is all exposed mud. So basically all of that, you can't navigate anymore. And that's just happened over the last few hours, I think. And again, look over there, you can see all the mud. We got a little bit of water, but I mean, it's just like 2 or 3 inches deep.
I wonder if there's a lot of fish in this area.
There could be. We're gonna, I mean, in a few days, all of this is gonna be dry. But this right here is, we got a little bit of a trench dug out right here. So the fish are probably gonna get trapped in there. Cypress, where'd all the water go?
It's far away.
It's over there, it's went away? Right, what are you gonna do when the water goes away?
Catch fish.
You're gonna catch fish in the mud?
Yeah. I'm Wyatt.
Wow! That was a good cast, Cypress. Went all the way out there. There you go. Good cast, Cypress.
Yeah.
Wow, you're so cool. Look at that hair blowing in the wind. Cypress, you need a haircut?
No.
Are you sure you don't need a haircut?
Say, Nom, I look good.
I like good.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another adventure. We are back out here on the home lake and we are trying to get to our fishing spot. And I have to say, it has been quite difficult. You can see all around me, it's dry. I've got this little sliver of water. This is all that's left of the creek channel. It is inches deep. Look at my paddle. Look at me. I'm getting covered in mud, just trying to inch my way to the promised land, or what I hope is the promised land. But I'm sad to say, I think this is gonna be the last time you're gonna see me get to this spot in a kayak or a boat or a canoe or any sort of vessel, unless I figure something else out. And honestly, there's a chance I might not even be able to make it back home. This stuff is so tough to get through. This kayak doesn't sit the highest on top of the water as compared to other kayaks, but you know, it's still a kayak, and that's the only reason we're able to get back here. Guys, look at this. This is just unreal. It's so sad. Hopefully, we'll find some fish out here. Once we get past this little stretch, it's gonna deepen back up, but this bend right here is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh man, I see where I need to go. I can drop my trolling motor down in probably like 50 yards, maybe, hopefully. We definitely can't paddle all the way back there. But anyways, we're gonna head back here to this spot. You've seen me fish it a ton recently, and a lot of that is out of selfishness. Just, you know, trying to get the most that I can out of my favorite spots out here on the lake. before it's too late. So I'm killing y'all with a bunch of these videos right now because, well, you're not gonna be able to see them again for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So I was like this close today to going somewhere else, and I was like, nah, you know what? This literally could be the last day, and I'm so glad that I ended up coming out here. Oh, we have beautiful conditions for fishing, overcast. It's cool, it's fall out here. We just gotta get to our spot. And once we do, I think we'll catch some. So guys, if y'all are excited to tune in to this adventure and see what we're able to catch, do me a huge favor. Hit the thumbs up button. That would mean so much to me. Leave some comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. My analytics show that most of y'all watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. It's easy, it's free to do. It would mean the world to me and Jay if y'all could subscribe to our channel and keep up with us and all of this. But yeah, we're gonna get back here. We're targeting bass, by the way, and we're gonna be keeping some bass. So hopefully there's a catch and cook at the end of this. We'll see you guys when we get to the spot. Oh my gosh, guys, nearly an hour later, we've finally made it here to the promised land. That was so difficult to get back here. Hopefully it'll be worth it. There's a good bit of water here. And what's crazy is that this is all about to get blocked off. Like in the next few days, like this is not gonna be connected to where I came from, and whatever fish are here are gonna get trapped, I'm pretty certain. So we'll have to figure out some way to get over here. I think we can honestly probably just walk over here from our house maybe. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Probably can. That's probably gonna be the next move in a few days. So if you see a bank fishing mission out here, it's because that was the only way we get out here. But we're gonna start off by throwing the old dude, the old boosa worm, 6 cents boosa worm. It's kind of late in the year. I don't ever really throw 10-inch worms like middle of October. It's really more of a, you know, a summer deal for me. But these fish out here, they just keep eating it, and I haven't had a reason to not start with it. And you know, every trip we've caught them with it, so we're gonna do it. If it don't work, we got several other options back here behind us. We got a chatterbait, we got a craw, we got a buzz bait, we got a whole assortment of stuff. So we're gonna see what we can do, see if we can get the stringer filled up with some bass. Hopefully catch a couple bigs along the way. This place looks so different every time I come out here. I mean, I was just out here last week, maybe 5 days ago, and it's just, it's insane to me. There's a bite. Yep. Oh, they're still in here. Oh, here's a good one, guys. Well, that was my second cast. I pitched it over here and it was a bad cast. That was my first good cast. It's right here on a stump. If y'all watched the last video we had out here, we had a little bit of an incident where I lost all of the fish that I had on my stringer. It was very heartbreaking. So hopefully we're gonna do that again today. I've got this stringer here, which has a float on it, and it's made out of paracord. So it should, in theory, tie up better. And if they get off, they should just float. So, and I've put a bunch of fish on this stringer before, like a bunch of big striper and catfish, and it floated. But there's our first bass. He's like a 2-pounder. We're gonna tie him on. Hopefully catch a few more. I'll probably throw the biggest ones back just because I don't like to eat 4+ pound fish. But any of these like 2 pounds and under, they're going on.
I swear I hooked a 10-pound plus bass there. It came up and ate one of my other bass.
Oh gosh.
He was there with me and he thought the swirl. He was like, that fish wasn't that big. Da, 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 da.
Hold on. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Begging. Begging. Sounds like it. 2-pounder. Woo. On the phone with Dakota, and he gave me some good luck. We're scheming up some fishing trips, and I got me a nice little 2-pounder.
I got some of my pants on the work today.
What?
I got fish slime all over me. I'm sending some your way.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't know what it is, but anytime you get on the phone with somebody, the fish always bite. It's kind of like whenever you're duck hunting and you like go out into the decoys after not seeing no ducks, they always fly in whenever that happens. So sometimes you just gotta pretend that you're not paying attention. But yeah, we're getting up here into this better little zone where it's a little bit deeper. I already have 2 and like 5 casts. They're aggressive. They're grumpy. Okay, let's see if we can get some more. Uh-oh, that's gonna get bit. Told you. Told you. That's a decent fish. Woo, hoo, hoo. Oh, he swallowed it. Gosh dang. Yeah, baby. There we go. What's wrong with that? That's a big one. That is a big one. He swallowed. He got hooked down here in the tongue. I mean, look at that. He loved it. He loved it. I knew it was gonna get big because it was right next to a log. Just perfectly placed. That's a big daddy. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep everything. My stringer's not huge. I'm keeping plenty of fish, but this one here is kind of big. And you know, if they get trapped in here, I can catch them, you know, later on. And he's almost 4 pounds probably, guys. That's a really nice bass. We're gonna send him back. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Is that a bass? Oh my gosh, it's a big bass. Oh my gosh, it's a giant. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look how big that bass is. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Time out, y'all. Time out. Look at how big that thing is. That thing is enormous. Look at the head on him. That is a giant. I mean, come on with it. He's probably 22 inches long. Oh my goodness. Do I have my scale? Ow. I don't have my scale, no. Leave it to me to never have 100% of my of all my tackle with me. I would love to have a scale to weigh this fish. He's probably high fives, guys. Probably 5 3/4. That thing is massive. Big, beautiful bass. We're gonna send this fish back. I thought I had a bowfin or something whenever he took off. That is crazy. Okay, we're sending him back. What a giant. What a giant bass. That was fun. He took me for a ride. I mean, is it so shallow? These fish have nowhere to go except for like straight that way or straight up. They ain't got nowhere to dig. They're fighting like crazy. Here's the rig. Boost and worm. So, okay, let's talk about this rig real quick. So last time I was out here, I was talking about and complaining about how I didn't have the right tackle with me. I was using my spinning rod, which you can definitely get by with, and I had a small shaky head jig head. Well, today I've got my 7'3" medium heavy 6" response rod. I love this rod a lot. It does a lot of things for me. I fish a bunch of different applications. I've got an old Shimano Casitas reel on here. Got 15-pound fluoro. And then today I actually do have this thing rigged up with a shaky head, but I have a shaky head that's kind of designed for this style of worms. This is the 6" axle swing shaker jig head. It's got a little pivoting little hinge in there, and it allows this bait to have a lot of good, just flowing and natural undulating movement. So when you couple that axle pivot head on the top with the flowy ribbon tail, it's just a really nice thing. And you can see this hook has got a good bit of gap on it. And honestly, might still be a little bit on the small end, but I'm really enjoying throwing a shaky head through this stuff right now. And yeah, it's obviously working out a lot better today. So, which it worked out decently last time we were here. I was just missing a bunch at the beginning. But yeah, that was sick. If y'all would like to check out any of this gear, I mean, I really can't recommend this rod enough. I think it's 120 bucks, maybe 130. You can use the code CJ10 and get 10% off of that. But just a really fair priced rod, and it's awesome. Like this, they have an entire lineup of them too, a bunch of different sizes. So this is a rod I recommend 100%. And then of course, you know I love this thing. Let's get back after it. You're swimming to me. I was like, where'd my worm go? I lost all contact with my worm. I was like, that's fishy. And it's fishy because we got ourselves another keeper. Another nice, probably pound 3/4. Honestly, my favorite one I've put on the stringer so far as size goes. This year's gonna be delicious. So we got 3 little jokers on here now, or almost 3. Almost got 3. Now we've got 3. All right. We got 3 bass. Oh yeah. And we are cinching them on tight. Like, I mean, I was really being mindful of my knots and tying them up last time. I think the stringer just got too heavy last time. I mean, I had like 10 of those jokers on there. Another thing real quick I want to point out about this rig is that when you have it rigged up like this on this swing shaker jig head, this is a screw lock. You screw it in there and it really extends the life of your worms. Like, I've caught 4 or 5. I've caught 5 bass so far and my worm is still like in immaculate condition. If I was using just a regular offset hook, probably would have had to change worms by now or at least cut it down some. So I really like this jig head for that reason. Let's get another one. I would think that by now these fish would be tired of this thing, but the reality is that there's so many fish in this lake that I think most of these fish ain't even seen this worm before. And all the fish that were up there on those flats, all around, they've been pushed into here. And all the fish that were back that way, they've pushed back this way because it's too shallow up there where we came from. So it's really like, I mean, every fish on this side of the lake is like out here right now. I need to bring some crappie gear and some bluegill gear and catfish gear and see if the catfishing and see if all those fish are biting the same way that the bass are. But you guys know I'm kind of an addict when it comes to bass fishing, especially this time of year. Especially when they're biting like that. Every cast. Get up in this boat, Billy. Yay! Okay. There's another good keeper, guys. Ideal. Stroking them. I almost don't like when I take time to put them on the stringer because I don't have a whole lot of time today. That's the only thing about this time of year I don't like, is that the days are getting shorter. We don't have the luxury that we have in the summertime where we can, you know, fish till 8:30 and beyond if we want to get a nighttime fishing bite. It gets dark about 6:30, 6:45. And then with the awful paddle I have to do on the way back, paddle / troll, I'm gonna be making my way back in the dark, which is fine. And it's what we're gonna do since the fish are biting. There we go. There's just another one, finally. Another good keeper for the stringer. Heck yeah. As I can tell, we're starting to go back this way. I fished up that way a good ways, and I really wasn't getting any more bites. I had a couple swipe at my chatterbait that I didn't land, but that is a nice little largemouth. Good keeper. We're kind of going back here through the stretch where we first started catching a few. There is one area that I passed over that I didn't fish first when we came through, so we'll hit that. But I'm feeling good. We should be able to catch a good many more. We got maybe an hour left of good fishing light. If I can get the stringer and tied it on there too good. All right, how many do we have now? I think this is the 5th one on the stringer. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. We got 5 good ones on the stringer. Not too shabby. We caught, how many did we throw back? We threw back 2, so we caught 7. Ain't too bad. That's big. That's big. That feels big at least. Don't come off. Oh, it's decent. Decent one. Really decent one. All right, we got him. Look at that one right there, fellas. Woo-wee. Threw up here by this big old log, and he was all about it. Look at that beautiful largemouth. Look how tall he is. Another big, thick, healthy one. Probably 3.5, probably easy 3.5. But just a gorgeous bass, super thick, super healthy. We'll send him back. He's a little too big for me to keep. We'll see ya. I saw a swirl on the other side of this log, and I was creeping up there to cast at it. Whenever I felt that one bite it. That's fun. That never gets old, just dragging that worm and feeling that little tick. And you're like, oh yeah, it's about to go down. Zing. I love it. If y'all love it, hit that thumbs up. There he is. Told you, I saw him right there. Gotta catch him too. That's big. That's good. That's good. That's another good one. They keep biting it while I'm moving towards them. Oh yeah, barely got him. Barely got that guy. Whew. That was awesome. He felt huge. I think there's a log right there. I think he had himself positioned behind that log for a second. But look at that one. That's another beautiful largemouth. Man, what a good fish. He's under 3, so I'm gonna throw him on this stringer. He's probably 2.5 though. He's a really nice one. About the upper end of what I like to keep. Look at that. That's nice. That is nice. I'm actually up here by this stump where I thought I saw a spinnerbait. So I'm gonna go up there and see if it is, or whatever it is, see if we can retrieve it. Oh, 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 no. Oh, that was so big. Oh my gosh, that thing was so big. Dude, if that was a bass, oh, it was so big. Could have been a bowfin. Could have been anything. There's a log right there. It's, I think, the same log I just caught that last fish off of. Oh my gosh. He took the whole worm and everything. But hey, I was right. There is a spinnerbait right here. Oh man, what a heartbreaker. That thing is big. He pulled just like that big one we caught earlier, but it's hard to say. When they get tied up around cover, it's hard to say how big they're gonna be or how big they are, but that one was 100% not small. Oh my gosh. If there is any sort of consolation prize, it is this spinnerbait. Everybody likes a little spinnerbait. Might be another one right there. Get it. Oh my gosh. Oh, he felt so big for half a second. He got stuck on the stick. He's coming to me. Yay! He's dolphining. Gotcha. I've been wondering when I was gonna catch one over there in that spot. It's been a minute since I caught one over there. The last 2 times I fished here, I didn't catch anything out there. Another chunky 2.25 pounder, maybe 2.5 pounder. He's happy and healthy. He'll be number 7 on the stringer. Probably gonna fish like another 25 or 30 minutes. I got to kind of thinking about it. It's gonna take a long time to get back, and I just don't really feel like splishing and splashing through the mud in the dark. And we've already caught so many fish, and we're gonna probably catch a few more. Look at that. I mean, that is a heck of a stringer right there. Can't complain with that at all. Got some really good bass. And it feels like there's still a bunch out here. I mean, it's just like these spots, they keep reloading. I keep seeing fish activity. And this creek goes back that way a good ways. I haven't even touched some of that. And I feel like a lot of fish have gone up that way. I didn't have time to check it today. And it's looking like I'm not gonna get the chance to go check it from boat. And that sucks. Like this is literally it, guys. This is it. This is the last time I'm gonna be fishing right here from a boat, you know, fishing effectively, fishing the way that I want to. And while it is heartbreaking, that's just the reality of it. So we're trying to soak up these last final moments, and I'm enjoying it, guys. I'm enjoying the heck out of my time out here this afternoon. But it is sad that the sun is starting to go down, and that, you know, it's just not looking likely like we're going to be able to get back out here unless we have like some torrential downpours in the next few days, which is not in the forecast. It's tough. It's very, very tough to get over here. And I think that some of the areas I pushed through today are going to be dry, like probably in the next day and a half. So that's it. That's what's going on. But we're not done yet. We're going to make a few more casts, or several more casts, and hopefully link up with another big one, like the one we lost, hopefully. Oh, got him. Oh, nice one on the chatterbait, finally. Finally got one on the chatterbait. Woo! Another good keeper. Nice. On the chatterbait. It's kind of shallow up there on that little flat. And I felt like it was too shallow for the worm really to be effective, so I just decided to swim that chatterbait over that shallow stuff. And I saw the big weight coming and he smacked it. Another good 2-pounder, 2.5 pounder. I feel like I'm kind of undersizing these things because they're all so fat. Still feels weird. It always is going to feel weird, you know, stringing up all these nice fish. I mean, 10 bass goes a long way. Might be able to catch one more right here. We kind of drifted up on top of the spot, but let's see if we can get another one. Got you. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was hoping we'd catch another one. I was kind of starting to make, well, I'm starting to make my way out. There we go. This is honestly the first one that's not as fat as the other ones, but still a pretty good fish nonetheless. Good little 2-pounder, 2.5 pounder. How many times have I said that? 2.5 pounder. He thumped it really, really good. This is the only spot that I haven't fished yet today that I feel like is worth fishing. We might catch another one, we might not. If not, that's a good one to end on. Good quality fish, good for the stringer. But we're fixing to have to make some moves. I probably should have left a little bit longer. I stayed longer than I said I was going to. But, you know, go figure. When you're out here having fun catching fish, it's hard to leave. Well, that's it. I've fished through all the area that I wanted to fish and back up here in the shallow stuff. That I know there are a few fish up in here, but it's just not really worth fishing. Here's our stringer. One last look at the stringer. Oh my goodness. Look at that string. That's heavy. That's like 9 or 10 bass. I don't know how many it is, 9 or 10. And we threw back 3 or 4. So overall, a really, really great showing out here on the lake this afternoon. I'm really, really sad that this is the last time that we're gonna be out here together fishing this area, at least from a boat. We're gonna probably try to get out here on foot, but it's just not gonna be the same. I'm really gonna miss it out here, but hopefully one day we'll get to come back out here again and shoot some videos once the lake is all the way drawn down and refilled back up and restocked with fish. But it's just gonna be a long time from now, and it's just, you know, it's still tough for me to just, you know, to grasp and think about. And I've been using this platform just to kind of just, you know, express the way I'm feeling. But, you know, it's just the way it is. And while it is tough, it was definitely a good ride. The lake is awesome. This lake is awesome. The fishing in it is awesome. And I'm sure it'll be good again. And you know, we're still gonna be fishing out here for the next couple of months. We still got water in different areas. We're gonna try to take advantage of. But yeah, I mean, as far as home base goes, and you know, my favorite location. I mean, this is it. So yeah, we're gonna take these fish, we're gonna clean them up, we're gonna eat them. It's gonna be a good time. But again, one last look at the bass. We did good today. We did really good. Had we not lost that one big one that I lost, I would say we had a perfect day. But hey, he'll be out here. We'll have to get out here somehow, figure out a way to come out here and catch him. But until then, like I said, that's it. We're gonna start making our way back to the ramp. It's gonna be a struggle, so I'm gonna save y'all from having to watch all that and endure all that with me. We'll just pick this up when we get back, probably to the cleaning table where we'll clean these fish up, and then we'll cook them up into something really, really nice. All right, guys, we're back with you. It is the next day. We got all of our bass cleaned up last night, and I've actually got about 4 fillets here all quartered up into this bag. I've got them all rolled up in this batter, and we're about to deep fry them. I got the deep fryer heated up right here in front of me. I think it's hot and ready to go, and I'm excited to have some deep fried bass for dinner tonight. They're gonna be delicious, I think. This is just the Blue Bag Louisiana fish fry, and I also have it laced with a bunch of Slappy Mama to make it a little bit extra spicy. Here's one of those little nuggets. Those bass we caught were pretty good size, so I made them into smaller pieces so that they would cook a little bit better and so that they would fit in the deep fryer a little bit better. So we're going ahead, we're gonna toss these guys in there, get them cooking, and we'll see how they taste. They should be good. I see lots of Slappy Mama on that guy. It's gonna be nice and spicy. Here we go. One fella in. Got this guy, he's a little bit more of a square. Super fresh. Hopefully a delicious largemouth. Honestly, I want to go back out there so bad. I tried to go out there today and I couldn't make it in my kayak. So I'm so glad that we actually were able to get out there yesterday. It's crazy. The next time we go out there, we're gonna have to go out on foot. Okay, that should be good for now. We'll let those cook for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll transfer them here to this paper towel, and we'll do the rest. Check out that finished product, y'all. We've got our fried bass. We snuck in a few little Savannah Classics, and then instead of French fries, we're doing clam strips. So I've been doing this thing recently where I am trying to clean out my freezers so that I'll have room for more fish, especially with the situation out here with this lake, you know, being empty and there being no limits, and we're trying to harvest, you know, a good amount of fish from it. I just need the space. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of digging around there and just finding things that aren't necessarily as important as fish, and clam strips were on the menu tonight. So we got that space cleared out, but I'm definitely gonna have to clean a few more things out of these freezers, or I'm just gonna have to get a completely new deep freezer to hold all this fish, because we are in prime time fish harvesting season. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do the official taste test. Let's grab ourselves a little piece. I like this piece right here. He cooked up and actually split a little bit. He looks super tasty. Largemouth is notoriously just a little bit more fishy, strong, gamey, whatever you want to say, than like a crappie is, but it still tastes good. So let's see how these guys taste today. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. They definitely have their own, you know, distinct flavor, but it's not bad. It's actually very tasty. I find whenever I have a fish that's, you know, more in like that 4-pound range, like some of the ones we let go today, that they don't taste as good. So that's why I would rather just let that fish go and see if he can make it through the dam, or maybe get caught by somebody else, or maybe somehow survive out here. I really don't know. It's just because I wouldn't enjoy eating him and I'd feel bad about it. But anyways, we got a whole plate of food. Let's try them these little clam strips. They've been in there for a while. I have no idea. I actually have no idea how long those have been in there. I don't know if they're still good. They should be good, but there's a good looking piece of clam strip. A little chewy. Man, I love those little things. It's like one of my favorite foods. I love clam strips. I'm so glad that I found them in the freezer today to go with this whole entire plate of food. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna sit out here on the dock, kind of enjoy the view. The view is not great. It's very muddy. There's not very much water. I got water behind me. Looks like I got my own private pond, but that's only about a foot deep. But there's a bunch of fish swimming in there. I need to get out there and try to rescue them or do something with them. Or maybe they'll just survive. It seems to be just a bunch of small fish, like mosquito fish and small like green sunfish, but I have seen a couple of big wakes, so I would like to know what all is actually trapped in there. Maybe we can do that for a video one day, get out there and seine around with a big seine net and just see what we can catch. So if y'all like to see that, let me know in the comments section. If y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see us maybe walk back out there to that spot here in the future, let me know if you'd like to see that too, because that's in the works. We just got to let the mud dry out just a little bit, because I step in this mud right now, I'm going up to my neck and I'm gonna be stuck and gone forever. Howdy y'all. As y'all can see, I am in the process of going on an epic adventure. Take a look around, guys. This is the old lake. It is very dry. Pretty much the entire lake bed is exposed over here in this section of the lake. There's a few little standing puddles here and there, but really nothing crazy at all. The mud is also dried up a good bit where you can actually walk. I'm over here on the very edge of it, so it's actually pretty sturdy here. Like, I'm only sinking a couple of inches with every step. But we are out here and we are en route to one of my favorite fishing spots. You saw me fish out here a lot whenever the lake had water in it. And the last time you saw me fish there was in the video where I said, this is it. This is the last time you're gonna see me fish out here from a vessel, from a kayak, a canoe, a boat. And I've been waiting patiently for the time to get to explore on foot, let the lake bed dry up a little bit, and we're making that mission. Hopefully there's some fish over there to be caught. What I have with me today is just one rod. We're traveling light. I've got a bag of plastics in my pocket. They're actually some brand new unreleased plastics from 6th Sense Fishing that'll be debuting early next year that I'm really excited about. Give you a little sneak peek right here. I'll talk about it a little bit more once we get down there, especially if we start catching some fish on it, because it looks really, really good. Okay, this looks sketchy right here. Let me go around this. The only thing about this is that there's all these plants that got all these seeds, and I'm about to get covered up in them. They just stick to your clothes. It's that, oh gosh. Here we go. That's a nice little pathway here. I'm not sure how deep this is. If you look right here, you can kind of see I've got a little bit of a marsh. It's like I'm floating on the grass. Feels good, but it looks like right there you can get into some trouble. Yeah, right there's a little bit of trouble. Right here's a little bit of trouble. Right there's good. It's like a little beaver run. And that's the only thing you gotta really look out for is these old and also still active beaver runs. You can take one step and be fine, take another step and you're up to your chest in some mud and water. But, oh man, I'm gonna have to throw these pants away. This is a bad idea. Take a look at this. So this is what I was talking about. You see all those seeds? They are all stuck to my pants and they itch. Oh, and that is one reason why I was kind of like, kind of 50-50 on if I wanted to do this or not. I knew I was gonna have to take this route, but definitely risking it for the biscuit. Hopefully we'll find some fish. If I can catch just one fat largemouth over here from the bank, I'll feel good about it. But if we catch one, we'll probably catch a bunch. They should be trapped, and hopefully they're hungry. Hopefully they're not starving to death, but hopefully they're hungry enough that they'll bite my bait. But hopefully y'all are excited for today's adventure. If so, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. It shows that most of y'all that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. And we appreciate y'all watching, but if y'all could go the extra mile and hit that subscribe button, that would mean the world to us. So I'm gonna keep walking and watch my step, watch out for snakes, watch out for holes, and I'll see you guys once we get to the spot. Wow guys, this is just unreal. This looks crazy. Look at this creek. We've got a lot of creek left. I don't know how deep it is out there. There's a little bit of swirling right there on top right there also. Looks like there's been some people out here already walking around the bank, doing some fishing, just doing some exploring. That's all dry. I'll throw up a shot of what this place normally looks like if y'all haven't seen it before, but this is just insane. Normally right here, it's like 2 feet of water and then drops down in here to 6 to 10 foot of water. But it just looks like a desert. It's crazy. But hopefully we'll catch some fish, and you can kind of see why this is a good spot. You got this deep channel off this little shallow flat, and you got all these stumps. Got some big stumps, got some lay down logs. And our goal today is we're gonna take this plastic and we're going to pitch it around basically to every stump and see if we can't get lucky and link up with the big one. I think I actually gonna start up here and work my way back, just like I did for old time's sake, because the best spot is normally over there, but it's all good. And you can see the ground right here is really hard and compact. I'm not sinking it at all. It's really dry. This has been exposed for forever. But it's really hard, really packed down. Honestly, quite easy to walk. And really, it didn't take me that long to get over here. Probably about the same amount of time it used to take for me to paddle. But the only thing that's bothering me, like I said, is all these seeds on my legs. Like, that's uncomfortable. I should have wore like some rubber waders or something. Got you. First fish, first one. Feels good. That's a good fish. Oh, a nice one. It's official. They're still here. Oh, he's a fatty. Oh, look how pale he is. Oh, he's freezing cold. I was working my bait too fast, I think, guys. Look at that one. What a beautiful largemouth on the new bait. Whew, I'll talk about that here. Now that we caught a fish, I didn't want to start talking about it and how good it looked until I actually caught my first fish with it. But there we go, guys. Look at that gorgeous largemouth. Look how tall he is. That is a perfect fish. He is so cold. I got to really slow that bait down, I think, guys, because I didn't work it very fast off those stumps, and he was just all about it. Number one, out here in the old honey hole from the bank. That's amazing. And we're just going to send him back. Look at that. He's like probably close to 3 pounds. High 2 for sure. Look at how thick he is across his back. What a fish. Okay, we're going to send him back. Heck yeah. Okay. So, that right there is the new bait from 6 Cents. This is called the bongo craw. And you can see it's got 4 flappy appendages. And they're in a great spot because you can do a lot of things with this thing. You could take off these 2 middle ones if you wanted to and just have the 2 flappers. Or you take off these 2 outside ones and have these 2 on the inside. And you could rig this up a bunch of different ways. Like if you had it like that, you could rig it sideways on the back of a chatterbait. You could definitely throw this thing on the back of a buzzbait. But I just love it. I would say this thing kind of reminds me of a pit boss, if you know what that lure is, just based on the 4 appendages. But this thing's got a whole lot more flapping action. I mean, this thing goes crazy. I mean, just the most subtle movement, and you can see it's flanged on the tips. So just the slightest little twitch of the rod, these claws come to life. And I'm not sure what the full color palette is. These are the only ones I have are black and blue. But I'm sure going to come in all of the great 6 Cents fishing colors. And I'm just really excited about this bait. There's not really anything else like it on the market. I mentioned a pit boss. It's kind of similar, but not really, because it's got smaller little claws. And yeah, that's awesome. First fish on the bongo craw. I think I actually got the pack in my pocket. Make sure it's called Congo. I call it the bongo, the Congo craw. So here's the pack. Get one out fresh. It's not already all jacked up a little bit, but there you go. You can see there it is in the hand, and you can see it's got these little tabs. You can pinch them off however you want to get the action you want. But those really are just to help, you know, keep the claws from getting all janked up inside the packaging. But yeah, coming real soon, the 6 Cents Congo, not the bongo, Congo craw. And as y'all just saw, it's a fish catcher. Put it back in there and catch another one. We got a row of like 20 stumps right there, and we got some bigger stumps. We got some stumps here. I didn't catch anything up there. I've covered, you know, 50 yards, but I honestly could have been working my bait a little too fast. I'm gonna have to go back through it again, but we got our fish that we wanted. So normally this time of year when I fish this area, I tend to approach it with a little bit more finesse. I throw like little small finesse jigs. I throw a lot of shaky head worms and little drop shots by these stumps. I don't normally throw these big flapping creature baits, but you know, I just got this in and I really wanted to test it out. I mean, here we are, it's December. It's not even really prime time to be throwing a flappy creature bait like this. And still managed to get a bite. We've only been fishing maybe 10 minutes or so. But we're gonna fish it kind of like a jig, just kind of flap it real slow. And this will make an awesome jig trailer too. I'm just really excited about this bait. Sometimes new baits come out and I'm like, I don't buy into the hype or anything, but this one here, I'm actually really excited about. I'm not excited about my my casting right now. My casting is not looking good. There it is. I also only brought a little bit of extra terminal tackle, meaning I brought 1 extra weight, 1 extra hook. That's the only thing about getting bound to the bank is that if I get hung up on that side, I won't be able to go get it. Oh my God, that was a giant. Oh man, wow. He was like up there in the mud. How did he come off? That didn't even feel like a bass. That didn't even feel natural. It felt like I had landed and I like landed and got stuck. But no, he was just, oh, that was a nice one. Now we're just downsized. We're probably down to a good size now. Here, we're gonna put it back in there. I don't know if he'll bite it again. He hammered me though. Whatever the heck he was. Got you that time, sucker. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, that's a good fish. Oh, it's a big one. Whoo! We got him that time. We got him. Look at that big old bass, guys. That is a nice one. That's like a 4-pounder all day. Drilled him. I think that's the one I missed because I threw it at the same spot in a different angle. Look at that thing. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. He's probably close to 20 inches. Just a tub. Look at that. Man, it's so cool being able to come out here and catch these fish still. That's amazing. I didn't know if we were catching any or not. I figured we probably would, but I didn't know if we were going to be able to get out here, number one. And number two, you know, if they were still here and still thriving, and it appears that they are. That's amazing. Okay, let's get him back in the water. Thank you, big guy, or big girl. We'll see you. Oh man, that's fun. That is so much fun. Catching a fish is always fun, but catching them like on a new bait is always fun too. Or something you never caught them on before. And I know for a fact these fish have never seen this bait before, so I have the advantage. But this guy is going to be a player for many years to come, especially in the springtime, whenever you're doing a lot of pitching and flipping. I'm actually going to trim the top off of this one and get that smaller profile. I think that is what's going to really fire these fish up. So just trim that top off. This is a 6-cents ox flipping hook. These are rock solid, and I've got it Texas rigged on the hook. I've got the hook still inside the plastic. I'm trying to, you know, prevent that hook from popping through while I'm fishing through this cover because I don't want to lose my hook because I don't have very many. But then I have a 6-cents tungsten 3/8 ounce flipping weight on there, and that's the setup. I've got 50-pound braid also. And that's why I'm jamming that hook through because I know I have it buried down in the plastic. The rod I'm using is the Team Stix. It's a 7'2" heavy, just kind of a good little all-purpose rod. Really enjoy this one. There's a bunch of shad jumping. But this rod is insanely sensitive, and I think it's because it has this carbon woven reel seat. When I first got this rod, I was like, this feels kind of weird, but I've really grown to like it because it really just transmits everything that's going on down there. Money stump, baby. Money stump, baby. There we go. Just like that, we're up to number 3. Another big one. Oh my gosh, he's even bigger than the last one. Wow, what a tank. What a freaking tank. Let me wash him off. He's got a little mud on him. This is a monster. Dude, look at that one. Look at how tall and how thick and just bulbous that one is. He's probably pushing 5 pounds. Oh my gosh, look at the fins. He's got that black spot, and then up there he's got like the black and the gold. Choked the Congo craw. That is just so awesome. From the bank, baby. Big old fat bass. Man, I drilled him. I told you guys, this hook is solid. I mean, that fish is so thick and healthy. What a bruiser. What a bruiser. I honestly don't think it's much longer. It's probably not even longer than the last one. It's just so thick. He's probably, now that I kind of big eyed it at first, he's probably like a 4.5, but still. If these guys are chilling out here, I'm all for it. Okay, we're gonna send you back. And that water's so cold. I'm so glad I caught that first one and touched him, and I realized how cold he was. It really clued me in on, you know, probably needing to slow down my presentation. Oh, right there. What is that? Stay there, stay there. I got him. Yes. Woo, how crazy is that? Oh, I hooked him and he came off and he beached himself. What a crazy catch. You got underneath your gills. Look at that. We've got our second species of the day. This is a chain pickerel. You gotta be careful when handling these guys because they got a mouthful of teeth. These guys are cousins to the northern pike. We don't have any northern pike here in Arkansas. This is all we have. But these guys are cool. They can get pretty big. And I don't catch them very often, but it seems like I've been catching them more and more this fall and winter out here. Pretty cool. You can tell this is a chain pickerel if you look underneath his eyeball. They have that black slash going through it. Man, was not expecting that. But the chain pickerel, they like the Congo craw. That is awesome. This is a fish species that I've also been really wanting to eat. I've never have had one before. But I'm gonna let this guy go. We'll do a catch and cook on these guys another day. Oh, see, these guys are slick. You're good. Man, he was charged up because he didn't get to fight that much. Okay, he doesn't count towards our 5 bass limit, but that's fish number 4 nonetheless. And he was right in front of me. Got you. There we go. Number 4. Number 4. And a nice one. They're fatty. Up here, fatty. Woo. Sorry to call you names, but just call it as I see it, buddy. Look at that belly on that thing. Whoo. That's another nice one. All the bass we've caught today, it's been so quality. That's our 4th one. He's another one like 2.5, 2 3/4 probably, honestly, just because of the gut. But on the Congo craw with only 3 claws on there. So rest assured, if you lose a craw, if you lose a tentacle or a pincher, you're still going to be good. Beauty. Okay, we got a little bit. Look at the red lips. They say when their lips get red, it's because they're crunching on crawfish. I actually don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, it makes sense because I just caught one on a crawdad bait. Boom. Another beautiful largemouth. Send you right on back. I just pulled it by that stump and I dead sticked it there just for a second. I didn't move it. I didn't do anything. I was like, okay. I scooted it right on by and I felt him just go. Sucked it right up off the bottom. Smoked it. So I've legit only got about 10 minutes left that I can fish. Me and Jay and the kids have plans this afternoon. So if we're gonna get our 5th fish, we're gonna have to get it right here. I figure there's probably a good amount of bass out here just chilling out here in the middle. Not relating to anything. I've caught a lot of fish in the wintertime just in the middle of the channel, and I'm not really fishing that zone. So when we come back out here again, we'll have to work those areas a little bit more thorough. And there's a lot of creek going that way. I know it gets skinny up that way, but there's still some holes that way. And we can go further up that way and find some holes. Because in all reality, I mean, all this that you see, all this brown, all this mud, used to all be water. And so in theory, all the fish would have had to suck down into the channel. And some could have went, you know, way on out that way and followed it out. But there's a lot that are going to be trapped. Or that just decided they wanted to hang back here so that I could catch them. There we go. That's a giant. That's a giant. Is that a bass? Please be bass. That's a bass. It's a giant. It's a bass. It's a bass. Get up here. Oh, he's all muddy. That is a giant. Let's go. Guys, look at that bass. Last second fish catch. I just got off the phone with Jay. I told her I was about to leave. And I made a couple more sneaky casts and boom, we were rewarded with our 5th bass of the day. And I think he's probably our biggest one. And what a solid fish, super quality. I caught him up here in a spot where I didn't catch any. It's where I first started, I didn't catch any. So I came back through, fished my bait a little bit more thorough next to a couple of stumps, and he was all about it. And he was in some really shallow water. I thought he was a monster. He made some huge boils, but he's still a good one. He's over 4. He's probably 4.5, 4 3/4. Just an amazing fish and an amazing way to wrap up this little quick and dirty bank fishing mission. I'm going to get him back into the lake. I guess it's a creek now. Oh. We're sending him back into the creek. There he goes. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You know, it didn't seem like it was that long ago when we made a video talking about how the lake was back. Well, if you look around, it's gone again. It dropped out so fast, but we did enjoy it while it lasted. You know, we had some really heavy rains, you know, a few weeks ago. It got the lake back up almost all the way to winter pool. We got to finish out the duck season. We got to do some fishing in some areas we hadn't fished in a while, which was cool. But now we're back down. And we're back over here at this creek that flows into the lake that we did well in. Maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we came out here and fished and caught some good ones. But we're out here again to see if maybe some new fish swam up in here when the high water came, or to see if they all swam away. One of the two, it's basically those two options. They had more came in, or the ones that were in here got excited and they left. But the water that you see right here is trapped. It's not connected to the main body of the lake anymore. So I'm hopeful that we're gonna be able to find some big bass today. I've got a couple of things on me today. I've got a jig. I've got the new 6 cents Congo craw. We're gonna put those two together and see if we can't link up with a few big largemouth bass today. I would love to catch a big one. This is the time of year when they're at their biggest size, you know, in the pre-spawn. The females are full of eggs. They fed up on shad all fall and winter long. So there's a great chance we could catch an above average size fish today. So guys, if y'all are excited for today's adventure, do me a huge favor. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more, and let's get rigged up. Let's start casting around some of these stumps, and let's see what we can get into today. Let's go. Got you. Fish on. Fish number one. Feels like a good one. Feels like a good one. It is a nice one. Nice bass to start the trip. From the bank. Up here. Woo, that's a big one. That is a nice one. Look at that. What a healthy and beautiful largemouth bass. Woo! Stuck him right in the lip. I swung and missed 2 times before then. When I thought were bites, I let him have it just a little bit longer that time. But that is a nice one. Got him on the 6 cents axle hybrid jig, and I've got that brand new Congo craw on the back of it as a trailer. We'll talk about that here in a minute, but first, take another second to admire our first fish of the day. That's a solid like 3.5 pounder. Big old mouth. He's really cold, which lets me know that I probably need to work my bait a little bit slower than what I have been. I've been fishing for about 20 minutes, and that was my first little series of bites. What an awesome fish. All right, we are going to release this beauty back into the creek, see if we can't find a couple more. There we go, putting on a show for us. That's what's up. All right, let's take a look at this bait right here. So there's a lot of things going on with this bait. This is a really awesome setup. So this is the 6 cents axle hybrid jig, and they call it the axle because it actually is a free swinging hook. This is unlike any other jig on the market. There's no brush guard. You have this free swinging penduluming hook, and then right here you have a little screw lock you screw your bait into, and then right here I have the 6 cents Congo craw. And if you notice, normally these craws have 4 appendages. I ripped off the inside ones just to make it look like more of a traditional craw. And that is what we use just then to catch that fish. I hit that fish so hard. I'm using straight braid. I don't really know why, but it's just what I felt like doing. I'm using a heavy rod. I was thinking more along the lines, if I got stuck, I maybe could pull it off these stumps. Since I am on the bank, I'm not able to go get it, but I kind of bent my hook out just a little bit, and these hooks are stout. Wish I had some pliers to kind of get it straightened back up, but it's not that bad offset. But I hit that fish so hard, And I actually was hung up earlier and pulled it off of a stump, and that could have bent it also. But these are really heavy duty hooks. I got it straightened back out. I mean, it is a gaff. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm rigging that bait back on there. The skirt's kind of getting in the way. But see, you just got it screwed on there, and then you just rig it weedless like you would any Texas rig. And then expose it. And now your bait is weedless as if you were throwing a Texas rig, but you have that profile of a jig that drives fish crazy, especially in cold water this time of the year. So we're rigged back up, and honestly, in my mind, that probably wasn't the same fish that bit my stuff 2 times in a row or 3 times in a row. It could be, but there could definitely be more fish hanging out over there with him. There's a little bit of a little ditch right there. You can kind of see it coming in from over there, and it kind of has it a little bit deeper up against that stump. And I wouldn't be surprised if a few fish were hanging out by it. So I just knocked off one of my claws, my craw. Luckily, I brought a whole bag of them. If y'all haven't seen this bait before, this is the brand new Congo craw. Got this black and blue color, the water's pretty stained. But if you look, this is what they look like originally. I had the middle claws ripped off, which is what I think is so great about this bait. There's so much versatility. You can rip off these outside claws, you can rip off the inside claws, or you can leave them all on there. When I'm throwing the jig, I think I like the looks of it better with just 2 claws. But I think the 4 claws would work also. But we're just gonna put this guy back onto the jig real quick. God. What the heck? Okay, so this is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my bait got stuck in, I thought I got stuck on the stump, but I actually got caught in some line, and it got stuck on a stump. And then I pulled in a turtle. Oh man, this turtle's got line all wrapped around his leg. Oh my gosh. You poor guy. Well, it's your lucky day, fella. Hey, he's not hooked or anything, just got line all wrapped around him. I don't know if there's a hook on here or not. I gotta be careful, make sure ain't no hook, but man, dude. Buddy. That sucks, man. Is there a hook on this anywhere? Let me get all this line off of you. Man, you hate to see that, guys. That is why you have to discard of your fishing tackle responsibly. You can't just throw your crap out, because you get wildlife in trouble like this. Okay, it's all wrapped around his back, his foot back here. It's like inside of his leg. Okay, it's all up here. I mean, this turtle is completely jacked up. Got that off you up there. And you got leeches. Man, this turtle is not having a good time. He's got leeches. He's got fishing line all wrapped around him. We're gonna get him all taken care of though. I'm just trying to make sure there's not a hook somewhere. If I can get this, it's all wrapped around his tail. It's kind of got it all messed up. There's a chair right here. We use it as an operating table. All right, buddy. I mean, look at that. Much of that janky old red Cajun line wrapped around his leg, all up in his stuff. If I don't catch another fish, I feel like it's worth it for me coming out here, struggling to get out here so I can at least save this turtle. Okay, I'm just gonna have to start cutting. And luckily, I always forget that I have these. I got this little boomerang, little line snipper tool. These are available on the Crappie Magnet website. I think they're offered everywhere. I think everybody's got these. But these things are awesome because you can just attach them to you and it snips this line. You can be pretty precise with it. I don't want to cut like all the way down there yet because I want to be able to have somewhere I can grab to pull it off of him. But it seems like it's just wrapped and kind of dug in a little bit. Okay. I just can't really see what's going on down here by his leg. I think it's just lassoed around his leg. He's actually cooperating very well. And luckily, turtles are tough. Now I was skiing this thing in across the water. I thought I had broke off a piece of the log, but no, it was just the turtle. Dang it. That's crazy. I was like, I didn't cast my bait right next to the log. I don't know why I'm stuck. But I caught the line, and it just drove me into the log. Okay, we got it. Oh my gosh, we got it all off the inside of his leg right there. And he's got some wrapped around his tail. Okay, we got that. We got some around this leg now. Okay, I think we got all of it. Are we good? All right, guys. We got all the line. Let me pull his leg out one more time. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it was lassoed all around his leg. But you can see it's not cut into his skin or anything. It could have been fresh, but that could have been awful. I mean, I've run into some turtles and other wildlife. Let me get this leech off you too, buddy. I don't think it's really causing you that much of an issue, but I'm just gonna take it off you. There we go. We got a leech. All right, you are free to go, little buddy. This is a male eastern river cooter, and man, I think we just saved your life, man. It wasn't wrapped around his head yet, but at any moment he could have got that tangled up around his head. Whew. All right, that makes it feel better. Okay, we're gonna set him right here and see if he swims off. Let's see what he does. He might just sit there. Oh, there he goes. Here he goes. Go, buddy. Go, swim, 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 swim. Kick your legs. Might be the first time he's been able to use his legs for a little bit. There he goes. Oh, he's a little crooked. He said, I forgot how to use my leg. All right, man. I'm sorry the water's cold, but spring is almost here. And now he'll be able to climb up and bask on a stump. All right, I actually gotta get that line. It's all right here. I mean, fishing line is absolutely the worst thing that you can discard out in the water, I think. I've seen so many birds, so many turtles, so many animals affected by it negatively. And you know, you don't really see it when you toss it over the side of the boat or when you break your line off. But that's what happens when you leave your line out. Animals get caught up in it. But we're gonna take this home, shove it in my wader pocket, and just discard it properly. Now maybe, just maybe, we can hook up with like a 6-pound bass for our good deed for the day. Oh man, that poor turtle. I skied that thing. I thought it was a piece of the stump the whole time. Oh, we get a backlash. There we go. There we go. Oh, big one. There we go. Fish number 2. Fish number 2. Woo. There we go. He was out in the middle of the creek. Oh, yes. All right. That is another nice bass. Whew, about the same size as the other, maybe a little bit bigger. We'll weigh this one. But you can see, I'm not throwing the jig anymore. I actually got hung up and lost it, unfortunately, so we had to swap to just a straight Congo craw. I've got all 4 of the appendages on there, and that is what this guy wanted to eat. Let's pull our scale out, and let's see. I think it's right here. All right. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? 3.5? You give me 3.5 on this one? It's gonna be close. Man. We're good. Look at that. 3.57. I got somebody calling me. We ain't got time for that. We got time for 3.5 pounders though. So I'm gonna say the other one was, I mean, basically the same size. We got 2 3.5 pounders. Pretty solid start. I'm looking for 5 good ones. Kind of like as if I was fishing a bass tournament. But we're gonna send this one back. Nice. It's 2. I'm gonna rig us up a fresh Congo craw. The one that was already on there was actually one that I had been using. It was already kind of tore up. So we got one last good one out of it. So what I'm using is a 4/0 6-cents ox flipping hook, just a straight shank hook, pretty standard. And again, we're just gonna weedless rig on here. I'm actually leaving the hook kind of inside the body. And then we needed to tear apart the little flappers. They come tabbed together to keep them getting all bent up. And then up here, I'm using a 1/4 ounce tungsten flipping weight. I don't have it pegged, just kind of free going. I got 50-pound braid, and I'm using the 6 cents Response Series rod. That's the other rod I was using too. I was using 7-foot heavy on the other pole. This is the 7-foot 3-inch medium heavy. There we go. Oh, big one right by the bank. There we go, another big one. Oh, it's the biggest one so far. That's a giant. Oh my gosh, right by the bank. Oh, I wasn't ready for that one. I guess I was ready enough, but I wasn't expecting it, I should say. Woo! Ate that Congo craw, baby, right by the bank. You know what's kind of crazy? He's got a hole in the bottom of his mouth. Looks like he had a cold tag in him at one point. Y'all see that little hole right there? I think somebody might have caught him and released him at some point. Or maybe somebody stuck a scale through his lip. We're gonna put a scale on this one too. It's gonna washed off, get that mud off him. Oh yeah. Still a little murky. Get that mud off you, buddy. There we go. That's easily a 4-pound fish, guys. That one there is a beauty. Eat it right by the bank. I couldn't tell. I felt the bait go tick, and I was like, did I tick a stick or did I tick a fish? And we ticked a fish for sure. 5-pounder. 4.99 is a 5-pounder. Heck yeah. That's a 5-pound bass, guys. Look at that thing. That is a gorgeous fish. See, when they get to be like 4.5, 5 pounds, a lot of times I'll undersell them. You know, this guy's healthy. He's chunky, long. I mean, that is a gorgeous fish. Okay, 5-pounder. We got 2 3.5s and a 5-pounder. Working on a little bag. Working on a bag of them. All right, big guy. He was angry. He was ready to go. Let's go, 5-pounder. There he was. Oh yeah, little guy. I knew there had to be one there. There we go. Number 4 is not like the other ones we've caught, but we'll take him. We appreciate them all. Number 4 he's probably like 1.25 pounds, but he thumped it. And I wouldn't doubt there's another one there. I put it right up next to the base of that log and tick. Got it. Okay, we'll send you back, little Jeffy. Peace. There he goes. He's going right back to the log. It's crazy how they always know where to go. I'm gonna put right back in the same spot, see if there's another one there. Well guys, it doesn't look like we're gonna get that 5th bass today, but that's okay. We caught some really good fish. I just spent the last little while fishing up and down the creek, throwing at all these stumps again with the Congo craw, and I just didn't get any more bites. So there's a couple of things that could be going on here. Either a lot of the fish actually dipped and swam out of here when they had the chance when the lake came back up, or they're just not in a feeding mood, or maybe we need to wait for it to warm up just a little bit more. It's not that cold today, but it's been cold the last few days, and they could just, you know, be in a little bit of a mood. And they could also be even further upstream or even further back downstream. I just didn't cover a whole lot of water today. I just mainly hit this one area that has been a high percentage area for me over the years. But still, I'm stoked to have caught what I did. And I'm also happy that we were able to help out a turtle today that was in desperate need. So guys, remember to be mindful when you're out fishing. Don't litter, don't leave your fishing line, don't throw it out on the side of the boat. If you break off and you have the chance to get your line or retrieve your lure, I recommend doing that because it really does have an impact on wildlife. And I guess that will be the message that I'll leave y'all on today. We're planning on doing a lot of fishing this week. We got a warming trend coming up. It's going to be like up in the 70s in a few days, so we're really excited about getting back out on the lake, chasing down some big pre-spawn bass. So hopefully y'all are excited for those videos to come. If y'all enjoyed this one, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more, and we will catch y'all again real soon on the next adventure. Bye guys.